Alright, number 6, it says the egg prices over 4 months at HEB are shown in this table. Which set of numbers, natural, whole, integer, or rational, best describes the prices of eggs? So I'm not 100% sure why my table looks this way, but here's what I do see. I see 2/3 4 times. I don't know why. And then I see 4 prices of eggs: $1.23, $1.78, $2.36, and $3.10. So let's just think about natural real quick. We'll just review these numbers kind of. Let's just think about natural. If I ask you to count to 10, are you going to say 1.78? No, you're not. So it's not natural. If we look at May, I believe that's May, which says 1.23. This is a whole number, right? That's one whole. So that's great. So it could be a whole number, except for it has this on here as well. So if we look at the whole entire value of 1.23, it can't be a whole number because it has a remainder on it. It's not an integer either because it's not the opposite of a positive whole number. So it has to be rational. And the way that I knew it was rational right away, and it's not just because I'm a teacher, I knew it was rational right away because I think of the word rational starting with the letter R, and also the word remainder starts with the letter R. So if there is a remainder on a number, then that means it's rational, and it's only rational. A remainder like 23 cents in May, and 78 cents in June, and 36 cents in July, and 10 cents in August. These are all remainders. It's all something left over. It's all something extra. So this is rational, and only rational. There we go. Number 7. Sierra bought 7.5 pounds of gummy worms for her friends. She has to separate the gummy worms into half-pound bags. So how many half-pound bags can she make? So let's think about, what is she dividing? It says separate, and she's separating them into equal size bags. So what is actually getting divided here? Because sometimes we put things in the wrong order. Are gummy worms getting divided, or are bags getting divided? The gummy worms are getting divided. So whatever's getting divided, you write that first. Sorry. You write that first. So we have 7.5 pounds of gummy worms. We are dividing that into half-pound bags. So you could actually do this in your head. How many times does a half go into 7.5? Well, it goes into one whole thing 2 times. Half goes into 1 twice, right? A half and a half is 1. So that means 7, it would have 2 halves in each, so that would be 14. And then we have that extra half there, would be 15. If you have that ability to do that, to figure that out, I think you should use it. I don't think we should limit you. However, let's talk about this. I'm going to run through this kind of quick. So first, to divide, we need to find out, we need to turn this into an improper fraction. So it takes 2 parts to make a whole thing. And well, we have 7 whole things, and each one is worth 2 parts. So that would be 14. Just multiply. And then we have 1 left over. We have 1 extra. So you just add that, so it's 15. So that is 15 halves divided by, actually, let's not even do that. Because we don't divide fractions. We multiply the reciprocal. We multiply the reciprocal. In kid terms, what that means is you change division to multiplication, and you flip that second fraction to its reciprocal, which, well, if you flip it, is 2 over 1. Alright, so let's see if we have any cross-simplifying we can do. See that right there? Those are both divisible by 2, so they would mark out and become a 1. Each one of those would become a 1. And so now we can just multiply straight across. 15 times 1 is 15. And 1 times 1 is 1. And I believe I told you earlier, I did it mentally and found out that the answer was 15. Alright, number 8. Javon drove his race car 10 and 3600 seconds 5 times in a row. So how many seconds did he drive? It's telling you. It's times. It's not just times, it's 5 times, right? 5 times. So 10 and 3600 times 5. How many decimal places do you see in there? I see 2 right there. I'm just going to write that over there. Now let's just multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry that 30. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 30. 18. 5 times 0 is 0. That is a 0, right? Yeah. Plus the 1 is 1. And 5 times 1 is 5. Don't forget this right here. Bring that decimal back in twice. Once, twice. So it is 51.8, or 51 and 8 tenths. Number 9. Malik used 2½ cups of flour for his recipe. Ado used 1/3 of the amount of flour that Malik used. So how much in cups did Ado use for his recipe? So to find 1/3, find 1/3 of a number. We struggle with this. Find 1/3 of a number. Well, let's think of, find 1/4 of a dollar. 1/4 of a dollar. What is 1/4 of a dollar? I bet you already know that it's a quarter. So 1/4 of a dollar is actually 1 times 1/4. 1 times 1/4. So if we do that, put a 1 underneath there. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 4 is 4. It's 1/4, and 1/4 of a dollar is a quarter. So when it says we have to find a fractional amount of a number, that means to multiply. So we have 2½ times 1/3. We do have to turn this into an improper fraction. We have 2 whole parts. Each one of those is worth 2, so you multiply that. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus that 1 extra is 5. So that would be 5½ times 1/3. I don't see any cross-simplifying that we can do here, but that's okay. These are small fractions anyway. So just multiply straight across. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 3 is 6. And that is already in its simplest form. Alright. Number 10. Prior to a warm front coming in, the temperature in Belton was 72 degrees. I'll go ahead and underline that because I'm sure it's important. As a warm front passed through, the temperature rose by an average of 2 degrees per hour for 4 hours. So what was the temperature after the warm front had passed? So over a 4-hour period, this is an easy problem. Over a 4-hour period, each one of those hours, it rose 2 degrees. So to find out the total amount over 4 hours, we would just multiply. 2 times 4. 2 degrees times 4 hours. 8. And then what was the temperature after the warm front had passed? It was 72. It rose 8 degrees. It is now 80. Which is not too shabby of a temperature. Alright, I'm going to go to the next page. Here we go. Number 11, during a football game, Belton lost and gained yards. The loss and gains were positive 20, negative 15, negative 5, 0, and positive 7. What would be the total yards gained? Alright, so we're going to add all these up. Let's think about this 0 right here. I don't think that number really matters, does it? It's not going to do anything for us. So because we are adding, we can add in any order that we want to. Or, if you would like, we can add these, 20 and negative 15, and those. And then we can combine that. So since I have my green color already, I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. So we have a negative 5 and a positive 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a 0 pair right there. So what's left over? 2 positives. And then let's look at this one over here. We have positive 20 and negative 15. Well, that's basically just 20 minus 15, which is 5. So we have a positive 5 and a positive 2, and we put those together, 7 yards. 7 yards. I guess I'll put that right there. I've got about 4 minutes left on this video, so I will get as far as I can. Emily bought 3 pounds of hamburger meat for $2.30 a pound. She bought 0.5 pounds of potatoes for $1.50 per pound. Emily gave the cashier $20 for the hamburger meat and potatoes. How much change did she get back? So this is important. 3 pounds of meat, $2.30 per pound. Half a pound potatoes for $1.50 per pound. And then she paid with a $20 bill. And so how much change did she get back? Alright, let's do the hamburger meat first. $2.30 a pound at 3 pounds. I see 1, 2 decimal places. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. Whoa, what am I doing? 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. Bring the decimal place in. Hamburger meat is $6. Excuse me. $6.90. And then a half a pound, or 5/10 of a pound, which is a half. 5/10 of a pound for $1.50. 50 times 5/10. And 2, 3. I don't want those little swoopy things in mine. There we go. 3 times back in. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5, 6, 7. 3 times, 1, 2, 3. 75 cents. For, I don't know what color was that, purple? 75 cents for the, whatchamacallits, potatoes. Alright, so let's add that up, see what her total bill was, $6.90 plus 75 cents. It's 5, 16, $7.65. $7.65. Alright, so that's not all we have to do. Remember, we had 20 bucks. So we got to do 20 minus $7.65. So we've got to borrow here. Borrowing across zeros is not the greatest thing. Oh, I'm going to have to finish this on the next video. Sorry.